Hey there, boys and girls. Mrs. Sullivan here. I decided this week I would try to go through your lessons with you a little bit on the computer, kind of like we do at school with the big screen. Like you sit on the rug and you watch the big screen and we kind of go through step by step on what you're going to work on. So this week's kindergarten lesson has to do with positions in a grid. So we're going to talk about some of the important words, and I have my screen share on so that you can see over here. So if you look at this is like a tic-tac-toe board. It has 9 squares, and the top 3, that's the top row, there's a left, a top left, there's a center, center means middle, so a top center, and then a top right. So top, anytime they ask you to go to the top of a grid, this is where they're talking about. And there's the center row, there's a center left, a regular center, which means it's right in the middle, and then a center right. So your top row is red, your center row is black, and your bottom row is green. So bottom means it's at the bottom. This is bottom left, this is bottom center, the square is at the bottom but in the center of these 3, and this is bottom right. So the game that you're going to be working on today, boys and girls, looks like this, and it's called Position in a Grid, and you're going to go fishing. And some students may remember this from class a while back. We worked on some of these position games, so this is one that you may have tried. There are 3 activities here, boys and girls, and I want you to try all 3. You can do them once through. You have time, you want to try them all again, that's great. The first one's called Identify the Fish. That's this one. That's probably your easiest one, so you might want to start with that one. Then we have Drop the Fish. That one's a little bit trickier. And then we have Rescue the Fish. And that one's probably going to be your trickiest. So let's go here first. So boys and girls, up here, if you can't read that, you're going to want to hear it. And if you missed it, or you were talking or looking somewhere and you didn't quite get what they said, you always remember that you click your speaker button. Your speaker button will repeat whatever it is that they said. And we notice that my mouse arrow turns to a link. See that little hand pop up? So what I'm going to do is think about my sheet over here, my top row. Think of that tic-tac-toe grid, and the right corner. So I want to go to my game, and I want to do top, whoop, my game's hiding under here, boys and girls. Top right. There we go. Again, we're staying in the top, and we're going to the left this time. So if we look at our little helper sheet here, top left is in this corner. So that would be this fish. So you keep going, boys and girls. They ask you about 5 or 6 questions on this one, and then you can try to finish that one out and try the second game. And the second game, again, is a little bit trickier. I have to reload it in order to show it to you. So just take a second. So in this game, boys and girls, you can see the fish are at the bottom. They're going to tell you what color fish you're going to pick up. You're going to click on the fish, not drag it, but click it, and then move it to the square on the grid that you think it belongs. It said bottom left, so this is my bottom row, and I want to be on the left, and pop it in. So the first thing you want to concentrate on is the color. They said red. Click. Now if I click it and put it in the wrong spot, nothing bad happens. It just says oops, and you try again. Okay, and the last game out of these 3, boys and girls, that you're going to try is, I'll show it to you in a minute as soon as this closes out for me. It is a game where you're going to try and figure out a way to release the fish. The fish is caught up in a net and you have to release it. And in this third game, so instead of clicking on the fish, you're going to use these keys to make the fish swim. So if I press this button, it goes over to the left side. And if I didn't hear it or I needed to listen again, remember you have that speaker button at the top, very important. So they want me on the top left. So I'm in the left, but I'm not at the top. I'm at the bottom. So I want to go up. to get to the top, and then press the OK button in the middle, and it frees the fish. Okay? So again, they want bottom left. So if we look at our little sheet here, bottom left is this corner over here where this green circle is. So I'm going to go to the bottom left by clicking this twice and then pressing OK to release the fish. And again, boys and girls, if you make a mistake and you don't put them in the right spot, nothing bad. And there you go. So boys and girls, those are the 3 activities I would like you to try, on top of giving your keyboard zoo a little bit of practice as well. Don't forget, when you're doing that game, try to use both of those hands on the keyboard. Okay, if it's on the left side, you're using lefty. If it's on the right side, you're using righty. And again, we're going to practice A through P on your keyboard zoo. So when you go to access your lessons, hopefully this will help you a little bit. And I'll see you next week. Have a good week.